What's going on, y'all? Taylor here with y'all 106.7, broadcasting from the Red Wing Shoe Studio. And today we have a very dear friend of ours to talk about his Christmas show, Grammy-winning singer-songwriter, Mr. John Barry.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
So good, I can hardly believe it's me.
I haven't seen you since our y'all birthday party this summer.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was. Thank you for playing.
Yeah, that was a good
We are
time.
big fans of John Barry here.
Come on
We
now.
play all your hits. But today we're talking about your Christmas show that
Yeah.
you've done for 28 years now.
This will be the 28th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did that idea start?
When Robin and I got married in '88, 36 years ago, our pastor at our church, at Green Acres Baptist Church in Athens, Georgia, which was the place to be. No, I'm just kidding.
Shout out.
Fred asked if we'd do a Christmas program at the church. And at church, they don't call them concerts, they call them programs, you know. And so we put a little thing together with me and Robin singing, and got her sister-in-law, Tracy, to come sing with us. She's got a beautiful voice. And then Betsy Williams, the church pianist, she played piano for us. And it was awesome. It went really, really well. And I closed the show with doing How Great, that song,
Holy Night.
Oh Holy Night. And it was a big hit, you know, and folks loved it. And so we did it 89 and 90 and the next year as well. We kept doing it each year, and it kept growing. We were doing 2 nights, and my band in Athens, where I played clubs in Athens, I think the second or third year they came and played with us. And we had a fiddle player who also was the first chair violinist with the symphony. So he got some buddies of his to come play with us. So we had a string section, of about 9-piece string section. And so it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. And then I got a record deal, and we continued to do the show at church. But we were getting ready for, it was fall of '93, and we were in the studio working on some things, and Robin and I were talking about that year's Christmas show, and Chuck Howard, my producer, he said, what Christmas show? So we told him what we did. He said, we should go record a couple of songs and see what we got. That'd be cool. So the only free time we could find, because we were so busy during that time, was Fanfare of '93. Not 94, excuse me, 94. So
Which is a busy time.
Yeah, 6 months later. So,
yeah.
And so we had it scheduled and all, and little did we know that I'd had to have brain surgery a month before that. So the day Your Love Amazes Me was a #1 record on the R&R chart, May 10th of 1994, I had brain surgery. It's a tough way to get a #1 record, but a guy's got to do what a guy's got to do. But
Extreme measures.
yeah, but then he called Robin a couple of weeks later and said, I forgot all about that recording session we had set up for John. I'm going to cancel all that. She said, no, don't. John needs the distraction. So we kept it, went in on June 8th of '94, just almost 30 days later, and we recorded Oh Holy Night, No Come Emmanuel. And we captured something really special. It was a small band, Connie Ellisor on violin, John Ketchings on cello, and it was a real emotional day. Matter of fact, Connie Ellisor she came in after I did my vocals, and she was putting her violin down, and it kept going out of tune. And Chuck asked her across the headphones, he said, Connie, what in the world's up with your instrument? She said, well, I'm sitting here listening to John sing this beautiful song, knowing a month ago we were praying he'd survive, much less sing again. And she says, the tears are falling off my cheek onto my violin and making it go out of tune.
Wow.
And you couldn't recreate that in a million years, And we just captured this musical photograph that when people heard it, they responded. They didn't know why.
They felt it.
They just felt it, And then somebody that we because of all the outpouring of support that year from radio and fans, we sent out a Christmas card with a CD of Oh Holy Night in it.
Was that the first time people had heard it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's this 5.5 minute song we sent out to the radio, and they played it. I think they were just looking for a break,
Yeah.
coffee break. And but they played it, and people got it, and it kind of went crazy. And we did a Christmas tour the next year, a little short one, and it just kept growing from there. And now it's 28 years later.
28 years later. That's got to feel like an accomplishment, to be so consistent, to be doing something so special and spreading that cheer and the word of Christ for 28 years. You've done that.
It's been a lot of fun, and we play a number of the venues every year. The only one we played every single year is Macon, Georgia, the Grand Opera House, and it's pretty special.
Well, you bet. You said, go ahead, Tim.
But it's a real neat place, and it's a wonderful venue and great audience, and they come. Matter of fact, tickets go, like this year after the show, tickets for next year go on sale right after the show.
Wow, you're the hot commodity over there in Georgia, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be front row at that John Berry Christmas show. Well, 28 years selling out Georgia every single year, and you've got 3 Tennessee dates. You're starting off, let's see here, you are starting off in Hendersonville and then on to Cowan, Tennessee. And
Actually, Henderson, Tennessee.
Henderson?
Yeah,
Is Hendersonville and Henderson 2 different places?
2 different places, yeah.
I just got a geography lesson, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Henderson,
Tennessee. It's west of here, if I'm not mistaken.
So that's the first Tennessee Christmas show that we're kicking off. And then you're going into Cowan, and then you're ending at the Opry.
Yeah, we'll be at Cowan, Tennessee. See, Henderson's pretty close to the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. And we're pretty much at the front. And it's a great little theater at a school there. And then we're going to be at in Cowan, which is just this side of Mont Eagle, and a beautiful little theater there. And then we'll close out the Opry season, close out Opry Christmas, the Sunday night before Christmas.
Which is a great venue to close on. And you're going to have other stars with you that night. It's just a collection of country stars, Mark Wills, some other people.
It's always a great show. The Opry at Christmas is always a lot of fun.
So do you sing the same set list every time at these Christmas shows and at the Opry, or do you kind of mix it up?
The Opry, I think we're only doing probably three songs, like pretty typical. Our Christmas show is it's about a 2.5 hour long show, including an intermission. And we do about 45 minutes of hits and any new things we might have, 45 minutes to 50 minutes. And then intermission, and then come back and do an hour and 15 of Christmas. And that show changes from year to year. There are some songs we do every year, and then some we cycle through every other year, every third year. And we always look for something maybe new we can throw in.
Yeah. Fun for the whole family.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's singing along. Tickets available at johnberry.com. What's your favorite Christmas song? Or maybe what's one that you grew up singing? Brings a good memory to you.
Probably the song I can remember growing up singing as a kid and still love doing is Little Drummer Boy. Mm-hmm. We have a very, very cool version of that song. And my son, Kalen, plays drums for us. And he does a monster drum solo at the end.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It just takes the roof off the place. It's awesome.
Your son, the Little Drummer Boy, who knew? Love that.
Yeah, who thought it?
So what's Christmas like at your house? What are we cooking? What are some traditions that we have?
Well,
the whole Y'all 106.7 team's coming to your house for Christmas.
What's that?
We're all coming to your house for Christmas. Yeah.
Well, we most of our family traditions when our kids were young is when we had a lot of that, and we lived on a farm out in Athens, outside of Athens, Georgia, and our most beloved Christmas tradition was the Christmas Eve hayride, and which started maybe the year our daughter was born, maybe in 1989 or 1990. I think we started that, and it was just so much fun. We'd have all the kids. We'd have a lot of friends and neighbors and family come join us, and I drive this whole tractor around with the kids all singing and playing, and all the adults too. And we'd end up in our hayfield across the street from our house. And while we're on the hayride, meanwhile, a couple of the guys have gone to the top of the hayfield, the hill up on the hayfield, and gotten a bonfire going. So we pull off at the bonfire and get the kids off. And
those are the best memories, huh?
S'mores. And,
yeah.
Making s'mores, roasting marshmallows.
Yeah. You don't know fun until you've been on a hayride out in the country. I'll tell you that. Those are some of my best memories growing up as well.
Yeah.
My family used to do that.
It was always pretty chilly.
Yeah, always.
Georgia at Christmas time can be pretty chilly, and it was just the best time. And our children still, my son who lives in one of my sons lives in Texas, and he's gotten their little bonfire Christmas Eve tradition going.
Carrying it on. I love that. That's great. So we've got some holiday time coming up, a lot of Christmas shows, and then we'll probably relax a little bit. I'm assuming you got to take some time off at the beginning of the year.
I'm sure.
And then what does 2025 look like for you?
Well, we're going on the cruise, the country music cruise, and so we're doing that in January. That'll probably kick off our year.
Well, that sounds like a good time.
That's a good way to start it off.
Oh, yeah.
Start off by going to work by going on a cruise.
Get a little suntan.
Yeah. So that's always a lot of fun. And then we've got a run of dates. I'm doing some dates in Texas in February, and some with the band, some solo.
You're on the road a lot.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. You love it. You love playing live shows.
Yeah.
And I bet it never gets old hearing people sing those songs back to you, huh?
Well, I just love getting to do it, and I love getting to go play new places, and a lot of times I get to play for people who've never heard me before, and so.
Well, we're excited to hear you play today. What are you going to play for us?
I don't know what you want to hear.
Maybe a Christmas song?
I'm thinking about that. I'm sure I can think of something.
All right. Y'all check out John Barry Christmas Show. Tickets available at johnbarry.com. We're going to take a quick little break and reset for this performance.